Hello and welcome once again to the Hard Brexit scenario on Football Manager 2020, where the UK has left UEFA and left to fend for itself, create its own Champions League and whole league system and stuff like that. On this edition, there's a lot to get through. It's the 1st of January 2024. We're almost 4 years into the future. And we're going to have a look and see who's won the World Awards. We've also got the Champions League draws for the second round, so we can see who's won, who's gone through in the group stages. And even more than that, there's the European Championship draw. We'll see who's qualified for that. And we might even fit time for some tables as well. Who knows? But the award winners, the World Awards. We'll start with the World Golden Ball, seeing as it's there. Roberto Firmino of Liverpool has done it at 32 years of age. Him, Salah and Mane, all three of the Liverpool front three in the top three. But Firmino takes the actual award. Goalkeeper of the Year. For the second year running, it's Matthew Ryan of Brighton and Hove Albion who takes the trophy. Second, Yassine Bounou of West Brom. Third, Alisson of Liverpool. We've also got the Footballer of the Year, which is Kai Havertz of Chelsea. The second time he's won it in 3 years. Mo Salah got second. Roberto Firmino got third. Under 21 Footballer of the Year, it's Sabri Demira, and it's a regen. So the first regen to win it. Watford's Sabri Demira, a striker, scored 23 goals over the year, so not too bad for him. The World Player of the Year is also Roberto Firmino. He's won that, with Salah coming second, third Mane, another one with the full Liverpool front three getting the awards, and finally the World Team of the Year. So we can see there Matthew Ryan of Brighton, Ben Chilwell of Leicester, Ruben Dias of Man City, Benjamin Pavard of Bournemouth, and Max Aarons of City, Bernardo Silva also of City, Kai Havertz at Chelsea. You've got the Liverpool front three of Firmino, Mane and Salah, and Juventus's Paulo Dybala. Plus on the subs bench, Lucas Hernandez, Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ousmane Dembele, Kylian Mbappe, Leon Bailey, and gone a bit too far there. Leon Bailey and Cristiano Ronaldo, and there's only about 3 players that aren't playing in England. So this scenario is doing wonders for the England stature in world football. Let's do the European Championships first and see who qualified from that. The groups finished as follows, with Group A, Croatia coming top and Denmark and Slovenia also qualifying for the tournament. Belgium and Austria were qualifiers from Group B. Group C saw France and Slovakia make it through. Group D, the Republic of Ireland and Poland. Hungary, the hosts, miss out on qualifying, so for the first time in a while, I'm guessing, one of the host countries is not going to be taking part in the actual tournament. Group E, Turkey, Ukraine and Italy. Italy in third place, but they squeeze through. Group F, Holland, Serbia and Portugal. Group G, Romania and Bosnia-Herzegovina. Group H, Germany and the Czech Republic. Germany winning every game there, looking dominant. In Group I, Switzerland and Sweden making it through to Hungary. And in Group J, Spain, Norway and Russia are your qualifiers there. And that means that the actual draw for the competition is as follows. Group A, Belgium, Romania, Slovakia, Turkey. Group B, Austria, the Czech Republic, Ireland and Russia. Group C, Holland, Portugal, Serbia and Slovenia. Group D, possibly the closest we'll get to a group of death, which is Germany, Italy, Sweden and Switzerland. Group E, Croatia, Denmark, France and Ukraine. And Group F, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Norway, Poland and Spain. So that is the draw for the European Championship. As with the first European Championship of this scenario, we'll have a nice special for it at the end of the season and see exactly what happened. You can see all the goals from the semi-finals onwards as well. In the Brexit Champions League, the group stage is over. Let's see how that finished. Who went through? Well, there's a spoiler for the draw there, but in the actual groups, going through from Group A, Southampton and Queen of the South. Shrewsbury miss out by 3 points. Group B, Reading and Peterborough, the teams that make it through. Group C, Luton Town and Crewe Alexandra. Group D, Brighton and Hove Albion and Swindon making it through, dominating the group ahead of Swansea in third. Disappointing season for them. Group E, Bournemouth, the reigning champions, went through, only dropping points in one game. Dunfermline second, Aberdeen third. All three of those teams go through. Group F, Derby County and Plymouth Argyle are the teams qualifying there. Group G, only one qualifier there, Leicester City, only losing one game out of all 8 of theirs. They won all the others. Group H, another one with only one qualifier, and it's Liverpool. Unfortunately for Northampton, Kidderminster, Falkirk and Danger Island, it was not a season for them to progress. Liverpool's second game against Danger Island, that was 9-0 one. I think we saw that last time. Danger Island conceding 34, including 14 against Liverpool in the end. Group I, Watford and Oxford United have qualified. Group J, last year's finalists Norwich City and Nottingham Forest, both finishing on 19 points and both making it through to the second round. In Group K, Gillingham and Hereford, a decent one for Hereford, finishing above Ipswich, so maybe the 14 division is doing wonders for them. Group L, Stoke and Southend, both finishing on 21 points. The only teams they beat was each other, and they both are qualifying. Group M, Leeds are through and Celtic join them in the next round. Stratford miss out this time. Group N, Chelsea, the only qualifier there, finishing 10 clear points ahead of Hibernian, so well done to them. Group O, Manchester City qualified with a 100% record. Probably to be expected there. Any big results? No, 6-0 is the biggest one there. Blackburn in second, also qualify. In Group P, Newcastle, another one with a 100% record. Not quite as many goals, but enough to get them through to the next round. West Brom also going through in second place. And finally in Group Q, another team with a 100% record. Bristol City qualify 10 points ahead of Cardiff, who also qualify on goal difference. So there's your teams that have gone through. But what about that second round draw? There we go. So Chelsea, Watford, Norwich, Southend, Aberdeen v Oxford, Reading v West Brom, Luton v Leeds, Cardiff v Celtic, Bristol City v Stoke, Blackburn v Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, Liverpool, possibly the tie of the round there, Southampton v Gillingham, Bournemouth against Crewe, Queen of the South against Peterborough, Brighton and Hove Albion against Dunfermline Athletic, Derby v Plymouth, Swindon v Man City, and Leicester City versus Hereford. The Empire League, that is also done for the group stage, and we can see how that is looking. So qualifying in the groups there, Group A, Barrow and Airdrie United. Airdrie qualifying for the second round for the very first time, I think. Group B, Scunthorpe United and Dundee. Group C, Colchester United and Exeter City. Group D, Mansfield and Leamington have qualified. In Group E, there's only one team qualifying there, and that's Rangers with a 100% record, so a decent run there. Not many goals scored though. In Group F, Burnley and Raith Rovers are through to the next round. Group G, Inverness, Caledonian Thistle and Ebbsfleet United. Group H, Darlington and Hearts. Group I, MK Dons and Chesterfield through to the second round. Group J, Everton on their own, qualifying 10 points ahead of Ayr and Needham Market. Still a great season in this competition for Needham Market. Group K, Portsmouth and Macclesfield Town, both on 21 points. Group L, Arsenal go through, dominating proceedings with 8 wins out of 8. Peterhead also qualifying, losing only to Arsenal in their 2 games. Group M, Stevenage and Burton have qualified, while in Group N, Forest Green Rovers and Barnsley have made it through. A great season for Forest Green, 100% record and plenty of goals scored. Didn't even concede. What a season for Forest Green. Group O, Sunderland, Alloa Athletic and Peterborough Northern Star made it through. Peterborough Northern Star in their first attempt have qualified for the second round. Group P, Aston Villa and Crawley Town make it through. And finally Group Q, only the one qualifier, but it's the main one. Manchester United, did they better their 9-0 wins? No, only the 2 9-0 wins. Good enough to get the title for the last video, but not good enough to get a third. In the second round, the draw is Leamington v Ebbsfleet, Mansfield Town v Stevenage, Barrow v Rangers, Sunderland v Crawley, Everton MK Dons, Darlington Manchester United, Hearts versus Chesterfield, Raith Rovers v Forest Green Rovers, and a battle of the Rovers, Alloa Athletic against Barnsley. Can they continue their good runs in the Empire League? Colchester United v Portsmouth, Airdrie United v Macclesfield Town, Peterborough v Scunthorpe, Burton versus Peterborough Northern Star. A winnable match for them, if you ask me. Aston Villa Arsenal in possibly the tie of the round. Burnley v Dundee, and finally Exeter City versus Inverness Caledonian Thistle. No Northern Irish teams making it through this season, unlucky for them, but they've always got next season. Obviously the Cup Winners' Cup starts any moment now, and we will see who won that tournament in the next edition. I'm predicting Manchester United. Anyone else will surprise me. In the normal Champions League, it's the same situation. The group stages have finished, so let's see who's won there and gone through. We knew most of the qualifiers, to be fair, from the last edition when there was 2 games left to play. This is how it finished, with Group A, Borussia Dortmund and Ajax going through. Group B, Bayern Munich and Barcelona predictably making it through. Group C, Athletic Bilbao and Lyon qualifying. Group D, Real Madrid and Juventus only losing to each other in that one. Group E, Inter Milan and Feyenoord, Schalke missing out. Group F, Napoli and Benfica, the qualifiers there. Group G, Monaco and Sporting Lisbon. And finally in Group H, PSG and Atletico Madrid. Unfortunately for Dundalk, they couldn't make it through. They couldn't even score a goal, let alone get a point. So that's how that finished. In the second round, there's not an easy game there from the looks of things. Bayern Munich v Inter Milan, Real Madrid v Feyenoord, Borussia Dortmund v Paris Saint-Germain, Athletic Bilbao v Barcelona in a Spanish derby, Ajax v Napoli, Monaco v Sporting Lisbon, Lyon against Juventus, and Atletico Madrid against Benfica. Those are all pretty decent ties. In the Europa League, the group stage finished as follows. Going down to there. Lazio and AEK Athens qualified from Group B, Hertha Berlin and Valencia qualified. Group C, Zenit St. Petersburg and PSV Porto missing out by a point. Group D, Borussia Mönchengladbach and Lokomotiv Moscow, the teams that go through there. Group E, Anderlecht and Rapid Vienna. Group F, AC Milan and Real Sociedad, the teams that go through in that group of death, Hoffenheim, disappointing season for them in Europe. Group G, Lille and Celta Vigo are your qualifiers there. Copenhagen just missed out. And finally in Group H, Maritimo from Portugal and Roma. And how is the second round draw looking there? Lille v AEK Athens, Hertha Berlin v Maritimo, Valencia v Celta Vigo, Borussia Mönchengladbach v Lazio, Lokomotiv Moscow against PSV, Real Sociedad against Rapid Vienna, Roma against Anderlecht, and Zenit against reigning champions for the last 2 years, AC Milan. So it's getting into the business end there. And what about in the Europa Conference League? We'll have a quick look and see who went through in the group stage there. So from Group A, when it loads, apparently I didn't do it. From Group A, I am selecting it. There. Oh. There we go. In Group A, Eintracht Frankfurt and IFK Gothenburg from Sweden. Group B, Arsenal Tula of Russia and PEC Zwolle. Group C, Wolfsberger and Ilves of Finland. Group D, Bruges and Dijon. Group E, Sevilla and Asteras Tripolis of Greece. Group F, Akhisarspor of Turkey and Diosgyör of Hungary. Group G, Torino and AEL Limassol. I believe it's Limassol. Yes, it is. Cool. And Group H, OB and Mariupol of Ukraine going through the second round. We'll have a look at which ones stand out. Dijon versus Diosgyör. Bruges v Akhisarspor. They're both standout ties, as well as Torino away for the first leg against Arsenal Tula. Sevilla, they've got Asteras Tripolis. PEC Zwolle, OB. All the big teams are kept separate from the looks of things. Mariupol against Eintracht Frankfurt. Prediction, Torino or Eintracht Frankfurt to win. Possibly Sevilla, actually. No, what am I saying? Sevilla are going to win it. Yes. So we've got through all of those. And now we're going to have a look at who's where in the tables. We'll just look at the main divisions for the time being for this one, because we've had quite a few to go through. Rangers and Celtic still with loads of games in hand in the Glasgow Premiership. Rangers have climbed up to third, Celtic still in fifth, but both teams still have 100% records, and that won't change until they play each other. Dumbarton currently at the top with several games played more than anyone else. Partick Thistle in second, Queen's Park in fourth, BSC Glasgow the best of the rest in sixth. What about in the Scottish Cup? We're going to have a look at the draw for the current round in the Scottish Cup. We can see that we're down to not many at all. Albion, Rovers, Kelty, Hearts, Falkirk, Kilmarnock. Where are Rangers and Celtic are missing already again? And I don't... What's happened there? Fifth round? With Celtic lost to Aberdeen, and were Rangers even in there? Rangers weren't even in the fifth round from the looks of things. So once again, we're going to get a different winner. The reigning champions aren't there either. So it could be Kilmarnock, winners 2 years ago, to lose. Who knows? But it's going to be an interesting one from the looks of things. Wales, we can see, or Russia. Just click Russia for some reason. Wales, South Glamorgan, and obviously Cardiff at top. 100% record still. Conceded 2 goals, and that means they haven't conceded any since we last checked. And we've got, and they have a 13-point lead over second place Dinas Powys, despite having 2 games in hand. In West Glamorgan, Swansea, similar situation for them. They are top of the league. They've conceded 1 goal, but they've got a 100% record, and they have a 10-point lead over Clydach in second place. And Clydach have played 5 games more than them. So I imagine Swansea probably going to win the league. I'd be surprised if they didn't. In the Welsh Cup, I believe there's more teams left in there, and obviously the main teams are still in there. Newport County, they've got Betis. Cardiff away at Treharris. Swansea, they've got Cardiff Met Uni. Wrexham, Caerphilly, and the rest are probably making up the numbers for those 4 teams, I imagine. England, and we'll go through all of the English leagues. Bedfordshire, Luton Town, top of the league. They've got a 3-point lead over Baldock Town and a game in hand. Barton Rovers and Leighton in 3rd and 4th respectively, both on 39. In Berkshire, Reading are 4 points clear of Maidenhead. So everything going to plan there as well. Maidenhead with a 5-point lead over Slough in 3rd. Bristol and Gloucestershire in the Premier Division there. Bristol City, top of the league by 6 points ahead of Forest Green, but Forest Green do have a game in hand, so can reduce that deficit to 3 points once they play that game in hand. Bristol Rovers in 3rd, Cheltenham 4th. Buckinghamshire, Wycombe Wanderers, top of the league by 4 points ahead of MK Dons, but they have drawn with Aylesbury Vale. MK Dons losing to Wycombe. That's Wycombe just doing what they needed to do, really. In the Cambridgeshire Premier Division, Peterborough Northern Star, last year's runners-up, not quite doing the same as they did last season. They're down in 5th, possibly the Europa League, or the Empire League campaign, messing with them a bit. Peterborough top, Cambridge 2nd, those are the 2 main ones. A big gap between them and Peterborough Sports in 3rd and Cambridge City in 4th. Cheshire and Crewe are top, 6 points ahead of Macclesfield Town. Witton Albion in 3rd, but they're 7 points behind Macclesfield, so it doesn't really matter too much there. In Cornwall, Truro top by 12 points currently, with a game in hand. I imagine that lead will be extended because they're the best team in Cornwall, simply put. In Cumbria, Barrow are top still. Carlisle 2nd, although they are still unbeaten. Barrow only lead by a single point, with their defeat coming from Carlisle. So who knows who's going to win that one. In Derbyshire, Derby top by 5 points, 100% record still, and 5 points clear of Chesterfield in 2nd. Chesterfield 10 points ahead of Alfreton in 3rd. Devon and Plymouth, they are still top, 2 points clear of Torquay. They don't have a 100% record anymore, do Plymouth. They're still unbeaten, but draws with Exeter and Willand have caused them to lose that coveted 100% record. Exeter down in 3rd, 7 points behind Torquay. Dorset, Bournemouth, 100% record still top, but it's on goal difference. 20 goals clear with that goal difference, but Weymouth do have the same points of them, but they have lost a game, probably to Bournemouth by some chance. When I can see it. Yes, 3-0 against Bournemouth. Durham, Spennymoor are the top team there by 4 points. That's quite a lead. For Spennymoor anyway, 4 points clear of Darlington and Hartlepool, who are both on 49 points, and then a 6-point gap between them and Thornaby. In Essex, the bigger teams have overtaken and taken control. Southend and Colchester 1st and 2nd on 33 and 42 points respectively. Then it's Chelmsford in 3rd on 40, Billericay in 4th on 37, and Braintree in 5th on 32. Over to London, and we can see that Chelsea are still top, but no 100% record this far into the season, as Chelsea have ended up drawing a game with Crystal Palace. causing them to lose that 100% record, but they are still top by 3 points ahead of Arsenal. Then it's Spurs, 2 points behind them, Crystal Palace in 4th, 4 points behind them. Then it's West Ham, Charlton in 6th, 7th for Fulham, 8th for AFC Wimbledon. And if we move to Greater Manchester, and the two main teams are still the top two, with Manchester United and Manchester City, both on 45 points. Both have lost a game. But is it to each other? No, because Manchester City have lost to Salford, which is a bit of a surprise. 4th place Salford getting a good result over Man City there. Some time ago, so we probably knew about it on the last edition, if I'm honest. But still, it's surprising. Wigan best of the rest on 37 points. Hampshire and the Isle of Wight, Southampton at top with 46. Second at Eastleigh on 43. Portsmouth, they're actually 8 points behind Eastleigh. So Eastleigh looking to cement maybe a second position. Hereford are 23 points clear at the top there. Clearly Westfield's, Pegasus Juniors and Uyas Harold just can't cut the mustard when it comes to taking on the big cheese in Herefordshire. Hertfordshire, however, Watford top, only by 3 points. Stevenage not too far behind. Then it's Boreham Wood, who are 9 points behind Stevenage. So it's between Watford and Stevenage this season. Watford yet to be beaten though. In Kent, Gillingham top. They are 6 points clear. They've won 2 more than Maidstone have. Maidstone have lost 2 more than they have. But Maidstone are still within touching distance if Gillingham have a dip in form at any point. Ebbsfleet in 3rd on 36. Lancashire, Blackburn are top, 4 points ahead of Burnley. Burnley have got a modicum of advantage over Preston, a single point being that modicum, and then it's Fleetwood in 4th on 33. Leicestershire and Rutland, Leicester still yet to be beaten in this, yet to drop a point in this division over the first 5 years of the competition. Hopefully one of these teams will eventually use the millions of pounds that they've been given to stake some sort of claim on the top spot, but it's not happening just yet. Lincolnshire, Lincoln City, they are top by 3 points, 50 points to the 47 of Scunthorpe United, and then 6 points, the gap between Scunthorpe and Grimsby in 3rd. Merseyside and Liverpool are top with a 100% record, 48 points, only 2 conceded, and 3 points clear of Everton, who have lost 1 game more, and that was to Liverpool, a 3-0 defeat. Everton with a 5-point lead over Tranmere Rovers. In Norfolk, Norwich City are top, 100% record, a massive lead over Durham Town in 2nd, and Kings Lynn in 3rd on a point behind Durham. Northamptonshire, and the home county side, Northampton Town, are top. They have a 17-point lead over Corby Town in 2nd, with Sileby in 3rd on 29. Northumberland and Tweedmouth are doing the business. The reigning champions have 41 points, 7 points clear of Blythe Spartans in 2nd. Morpeth are 3rd on 28. And we don't really need to say the rest because there's only 6, you can see it. Nottinghamshire, we've got it at. It's actually Nottinghamshire this time, and Forest are top by 3 points ahead of Mansfield. And Mansfield only losing 1 game, Nottingham Forest not losing any, but that match was actually against Notts County because Nottingham Forest and Mansfield actually drew when they played each other. So Notts County not too far behind, but probably far enough behind to not be part of that title race. In Oxfordshire, Oxford United are top, 61 points to Thame United's 55, Oxford City in 3rd on 47, and Northley in 4th on 47. I think I missed him. Oxford's here on 49, Northley are on 47, sorry. In Shropshire, Shrewsbury Town are top, 100% record, 42 points, 2 points clear of Total Network Solutions, or the team formerly known as Total Network Solutions, now known as the New Saints. AFC Telford are 3rd, 5 points behind them. In Somerset, Yeovil are 3rd. So something's gone a bit different here. Frome Town are top with 40 points, 2 points ahead of Poulton in 2nd and Yeovil in 3rd, both of them on 38 points. Yeovil losing matches to Poulton and Frome, the 2 teams above them. So could we be seeing a new team win one of the traditionally, the one that's traditionally won by Yeovil every season? Fingers crossed. Staffordshire, Stoke are top, 100% record. Still, Tamworth in 2nd on 60, Burton in 3rd on 58, Port Vale in 4th on 54. Those are your title running teams. Suffolk, Ipswich top, another one with a 100% record. They probably are going to hold on to that because they have a 10-point lead over Bury Town. In Surrey, Woking, they are the top team there, and they have a 6-point lead over Staines, despite 2 defeats earlier in the season. They've won every game since, and are probably going to win the league. Sussex, Brighton and Hove Albion, another one with a 100% record, but only a 3-point lead, as Crawley Town are only one win behind them. Unfortunately, Brighton's 100% record is better than Crawley's almost 100% record after Brighton beat them 3-0. Worthing, the best of the rest, on 36 points. Tyne and Wear, and is a different team at the top for a change. Newcastle normally top, but unfortunately for them, they lost 2-1 to Sunderland, meaning they lost their 100% record, and Sunderland have kept theirs. So Sunderland are top by 3 points. Newcastle 48 to Sunderland's 51. Then it's Gateshead, 3 points behind them. South Shields, 3 points behind them. Hebburn and North Shields a distance behind them, but it's still the normal top 6, just in a different order. Warwickshire and Stratford have regained their top spot. Leamington couldn't frustrate them for long enough, and it sees them go top on 45 to Leamington's 43. Rugby in third on 31. Nuneaton also on 31, but behind on goal difference. The West Midlands, West Brom have got a 3-point lead at the top, with them having 52 to Wolves' 49. Then it's Aston Villa third on 48. Birmingham and Coventry 4th and 5th on 47 each. Walsall, they were top earlier in the season, but they've dropped down to 42 points. They've dropped down to 6th on 42 points, and Solihull Moors are only 3 points behind them now. Wiltshire, there's only a single point separating Swindon Town and Swindon Supermarine, and then another 2 points between them and Salisbury. So could we be seeing another perennial winner drop down to second place, like Yeovil are looking slightly likely that they are? Could Swindon Supermarine catch them? Well, last time I said they would, they didn't, so I'm going to hold back and wait till the end of the season to see what happens. In Worcestershire, Kidderminster, no such problems, as we usually say when Swindon are having problems. It's an 8-point lead at the top for them, ahead of Alvechurch and Redditch, both on 33 points. And finally, in Yorkshire, Leeds are top, 1 point clear of Huddersfield. The two teams that have won the league are the teams fighting out for the title currently. Hull are 3 points behind Huddersfield. Then you've got Sheffield United, but they've got 4 points. They're 4 points behind Hull. Sheffield Wednesday, there's just big gaps between each of those. Then Middlesbrough in 6th, Rotherham 7th, Bradford 8th. All the league teams doing the business. Barnsley a disappointing 9th. I guess kind of disappointing for them. In the Greater London Championship, the 3 teams that went down are the top 3 still, with Dulwich Hamlet, Wealdstone and Metropolitan Police all a big distance ahead of the next 3 teams, who are all on 40. But obviously the third place team will have to make do with the playoffs, and it could all go wrong from then. Pause if you want to see how the next ones are. We're going to have a look at the FA Cup and see how that is doing. And eventually, once we get through all the leagues, there we go. So they're on the 6th round, and we can see the draw here. There are a few teams missing, namely Liverpool and Liverpool and Arsenal, I think, from the looks of things as well. Can't see them. The draw sees Hartlepool v Bradford, Man City, Barnsley, Wycombe v West Brom, Birmingham against FC United, Watford against Reading, Everton, Mansfield, Huddersfield v Brighton, Brentford v Leicester, Man United against Derby, Maidenhead against Millwall, Lincoln against Blackburn, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Stoke, Gillingham, Burnley against Macclesfield. To say Macclesfield, that's Stoke, Gillingham, Burnley, Macclesfield. Chelsea against Ebbsfleet and Peterborough v Crystal Palace. Are we able to see what happened to Liverpool and Arsenal? What happened to these big teams? Why are they missing? The Champions League winners Bournemouth went out to Crystal Palace, and I'm not seeing Liverpool or Arsenal here. So maybe they dropped out a little further out. Let's just cheat and just type it in. Shouldn't say Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool fan. I should type it in. Something that's an insult. So they lost to Man City. So a respectable defeat in the FA Cup for Liverpool. What about Arsenal? How did their FA Cup campaign end? in the third round against Middlesbrough, much like in their League Cup match against Welling. The third round of League Cup, they lost 2-0 to Welling. I mean, I'm guessing it wasn't their first team, but still, that's kind of embarrassing. And with that, I think we'll leave it there. So I hope you've enjoyed. Next time, we'll see who's won the Cup Winners' Cup. We'll see the final goals, if there are any goals. Obviously, if it's a 0-0 draw and goes to penalties, we can't. But you never know. We'll also have a proper look at all the tables. We'll see how the Champions League's doing, both of them. And yes, we'll see all the tables, and we'll see how the League Cup is going and who's winning them at the moment. So until then, like, subscribe, and rock on.